When spinning, what rhythms or sensations do you notice? How does your body, hands, feet, breath move in harmony with the wheel or spindle? Welcome to episode 5 of Woolen Spinning Vlogmas 2025. If you are just checking out my videos and you're new here, you might want to watch episode 1 first, which is linked for you down below. I'll be releasing these videos every other day so that my production schedule isn't completely overwhelming, and I hope that you enjoy them. One of the things that I appreciate most about podcasting is sharing an amazing community space with you, and if you like what you see and hear throughout Vlogmas, please consider joining us on Patreon. Links are below, and of course, please reach out to me with any questions. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the channel and to turn on notifications. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. When I spin, I listen before I begin. There is a rhythm waiting, steady, circular, almost ancient, that hums beneath the surface of every movement. My hands, my feet, and my breath find their way into that rhythm, as if remembering something older than thought. The wheel turns, the fiber draws, the twist travels upward like a current. Each part of my body responds in conversation, creating a choreography of motion that feels both deliberate and effortless. Spinning is at once mechanical and organic. The treadle moves underfoot in a predictable pattern, down, up, down, up. Yet the force must be measured with precision. Too fast and the yarn over twists. Too slow and the drafting falters. The yarn breaks. My foot learns the wheel's cadence by feel, not by counting. In time, the muscles remember. The motion becomes reflexive, much like walking or breathing. There's an unspoken intelligence in the body that takes over once the mind quiets down. In the rhythm of spinning, the hands are the first to speak. One hand holds the fiber supply, managing the tension of unspun wool, while the other drafts, drawing out the fibers to the point where twist meets preparation. The distance between them, the drafting zone, is the space of transformation, the liminal moment when loose fiber becomes thread. My fingers sense resistance, density, and moisture. They read the crimp, staple length, and fineness, not through measurement, but through intimacy. Each breed of wool demands a different rhythm. Long wool, with its glossy, lustrous locks, asks for slower treadling and a longer draft, allowing the twist to travel smoothly through the fiber length. Fine wools like merino or cormo prefer a faster rhythm, their short, springy staples needing quick attention to prevent uneven drafting. My hands adjust instinctively, altering speed and pressure the way a musician adjusts tempo to suit the mood of a piece. The wheel hums in sympathy, and the fiber sings its own quiet note, a whisper of twist, a sigh of release. This dialogue between hands and fiber reminds me that control and surrender coexist. Too much tension and the yarn tightens into rope. Too little and it falls apart. The same is true of many things in life. The art lies in balance, not domination. Spinning teaches that rhythm is not imposed, it is found. The treadle's rhythm grounds the process. My foot presses and releases with the constancy of a heartbeat, the motion both mechanical and meditative. The drive band tightens, the flyer whirls, the bobbin turns, a cascade of motion born from a single gesture. Over time, that gesture becomes effortless, like the steady pulse of walking beside a companion whose stride matches your own. Physically, spinning aligns the body in a subtle balance. The rhythm of treadling engages the large muscles of the leg, while the fine adjustments of drafting occupy the smaller muscles of the hands and forearms. Together, they create a system of movement that flows from the ground upward, distributing effort evenly through the body. When the rhythm is right, spinning feels almost weightless. When it's wrong, the body protests, the hips tighten, the shoulders ache, and the yarn itself seems to resist. Harmony in motion produces harmony in the thread. There are moments when the rhythm deepens into stillness. The wheel turns, the bobbin fills, and I find my breath matching the rotation. The inhale accompanies the treadle's rise, the exhale follows its fall. It becomes a form of moving meditation, a continuous cyclical exchange of energy between body and tool. The repetition is never dull because it is alive. It carries intention, awareness, and the satisfaction of creation unfolding in real time. Breath is the unspoken partner in spinning. Though it may seem passive, it shapes the entire experience. When I hold my breath, I can feel it in the yarn. The tension tightens, the fiber snags. When I exhale evenly, the draw smooths, the twist flows freely. Breath governs practice. It regulates the subtle interplay of attention and release, just as twist and draft must be balanced to produce a stable yarn. There are days when I sit at the wheel and begin to spin simply to steady my breathing. The motion of the wheel mirrors the rhythm I wish to cultivate in myself, calm, continuous, and grounded. In this way, spinning becomes both art and remedy, a practice of returning to equilibrium. The wheel, like the breath, turns endlessly, reminding me that renewal lies in repetition. Spinning is a language of sensation. The fingertips sense the temperature of the wool and the faint tack of lanolin. The ear catches the subtle whirl of the wheel and the faint whisper of twist entering the fiber. Even the eyes participate, gauging the sheen of the yarn and the evenness of its diameter. Every sense contributes to maintaining rhythm. Each input fine-tunes the adjustments that keep the process flowing. From a physical standpoint, this is a dialogue between feedback and correction. My nervous system continuously interprets tactile and visual signals, adjusting muscle tension in milliseconds. In this way, spinning becomes a living system of equilibrium, one that mirrors the balance-seeking tendencies of the body itself. It is deeply embodied knowledge, learned not from words, but from the repetition of feel. When I spin with a spindle instead of a wheel, the rhythm changes, but the conversation remains. The spindles drop, spin, and wind on, create a slower, more deliberate tempo. Each twist of the fingers imparts energy. Each pause to wind on allows reflection. The body sways slightly, wrists turning in arcs that mirror the spindle's descent. Here, rhythm lives not in footwork, but in suspension, in the quiet gravity between twist and release. Spindle spinning demands patience, yet it offers a closeness to the process that the wheel sometimes conceals. The weight of the spindle, the pull of the yarn, the feel of twist building under the fingertips, each sensation is immediate and personal. It's a reminder that rhythm doesn't always mean speed. Sometimes it means presence. Spinning unites movement, breath, and attention into a single act of making. The wheel's rhythm becomes an echo of the spinner's inner state. When I'm restless, the yarn reflects it. It's thick and thin, it's uneven. And when I am calm, the yarn flows in even measure. The finished thread is, in a way, a record of my body's conversation with the moment. Every yard holds evidence of how I breathed, how I moved, how I was. In this harmony between maker and motion lies the quiet heart of spinning. It is not merely a craft, but a meditation in continuity. The rhythm of the wheel is the rhythm of the body, and the rhythm of the body is the rhythm of life, each feeding and reflecting the other. When my hands, feet, and breath move together, I feel not that I am working the wheel, but that the wheel and I are working each other towards stillness, together. Spinning at its core is an act of synchronization, of humans with tools, of rhythm with breath, of self with world. To spin is to remember how to move in time again, to listen to the subtle cadence of motion, and to find in its turning the grace of balance restored. In time, the rhythm of spinning begins to echo rhythms far beyond the studio or the wheel. The slow turn of fiber into yarn mirrors the turning of seasons, the same steady progression from rawness to refinement, from tension to rest. Just as spring's growth leads inevitably to autumn's harvest, twist and release follow one another in balance, creating strength through alternation. My foot on the treadle feels like a heartbeat of the earth itself. Pulse, pause, pulse. In this way, spinning becomes a small enactment of nature's continuity, a reminder that all cycles, whether of breath, of fiber, or of life, depend on repetition made meaningful by care. The harmony between my body and the wheel reflects the same harmonies sought in living things. Movement rooted in awareness, labor tempered by stillness, and creation guided by rhythm. For more about woolen spinning in our community, please have a look in the down bar. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can find me on Instagram as Woolen Spinning. Check out Patreon to join the community at patreon.com/woolenspinning/join. And I'll see you in episode 6, Twist and Energy. Until then, happy spinning. Bye for now.